One team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Trojans will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's the handoff. They shut it down quickly, but he gets two out to the 18.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
This crowd full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
To need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Just going to keep it after the snap. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They'll try the run. Turning it on. They'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They'll run play action. Might be looking to run. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Flushed out of the pocket. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Moore will throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. That type of big play can even make Traveler perk up and take notice.
And, man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosive playmakers, making explosive plays down the field, finding those big wide receivers, making big plays.
Wants to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Lane.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Trojans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this 3rd down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. He might want another play. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good. You got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
Backs against the wall, and they'll let it fly again. With the catch, it's Simon. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Louisiana Tech is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Third and long, and this crowd trying to help the defense get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Works the middle of the field. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, they execute the end route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
He wants to throw it again. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, out a touchdown in the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Ball marked at the 26. It's first and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side, and then all of a sudden, boom, two guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense and makes you really be honest.
The Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Hauls it in. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Moore to the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brown.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete because he made the catch but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Now, 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
And the Trojans are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, USC. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Power football with the run. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Finds his man. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result,
New set of downs.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Setting up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Moore will throw. Safe completion on the screen. He's past the 30. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 30. 10. Touchdown, Trojan. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Ocean from the wideout. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Powell. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Powell.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Right on target this time. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Not a chance. Missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Louisiana Tech about to kick it off to start this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They go right back to him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Moore to the air. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Trojans. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kick coverage team was ready in their lanes, and he would have been better off just to take the knee in the end zone. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop. Or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Snagged out of the air. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Wants to fire on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Powell. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the Trojans have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The play action fake. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. Third down and inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Trojans have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The give to the back. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Defenses want to get aggressive. You got to keep them balanced. You got to keep them thinking about something. Just keep that little nugget in their head like, listen, we will run the misdirection. Mess with their eyes a little bit just to keep them honest.
They go to the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Takes the handoff. It's Powell. Oh, he's got a chance. Turning it on. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wants to go up top. Got his man. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. The defense has been hanging on for dear life figuratively, now literally, and it draws a flag. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Out of the gun, the inside give. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Back to pass. He makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
Now, when you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
And they did tack on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. After 45 on its way. Free up the gut. Pass the tag. Touchdown USC. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
To the air on first down. Good timing on the quick out. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, he makes the catch. There he goes. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper was a bolt of lightning, a touchdown pass from 84 yards out. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Running to the left. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. First and 10 for the offense. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. And now on second down for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fang.
They'll leave it with him. And they'll find their way back to the line of scrimmage, and now it's time to find their way back to the locker room as this game is over.